Down the bottom, it's already doing 250. 270, 280, 284, and I stopped looking.
We already know the new Audi R8 has supercar levels of performance, and that even in the hands of a humble motoring journalist, it is immensely quick. But not everyone gets Mount Panorama on a sunny summer's day, so this is a pretty good consolation option. It's the first on-road test of the new V10 powered R8, and while I don't have my race helmet, I don't think I'm really going to need it.
The latest Audi R8 has more power and more performance than ever before, fitted with an uprated V10 engine that pulls phenomenal acceleration times and top speeds. But to be truly better than the first generation model that it replaces, the R8 also needs equal measures of drivability and comfort, which brings us to today's exercise.
Okay, so it's not all suburban streets and school zones, but this R8 is actually faced with a pretty important task in terms of its on-road ability. You see, the first generation R8 was a surprisingly livable supercar. It had quite a usable interior space, a docile engine when required, and great all-wheel drive traction that really just made it a great match for something like the Porsche 911, considered the sports car king of them all. So this one faces a pretty tough task as an everyday supercar. But there's something different about this latest R8. Audi has skipped the entree and gone straight for the main course.
That's because there is only one engine available in the updated R8. That's right, Audi ditched the old V8 because, well, it deemed 397 kilowatts of power and 540 newton meters of torque as a minimum requirement. That's if you go the base model offering. Spend up big on the V10 Plus and you'll get 449 kilowatts and 560 newton meters, along with glossy carbon fibre bolt-on parts, carbon ceramic brakes, specifically tuned sport suspension, and Audi Drive Select with performance mode.
The R8 is a surprisingly easy proposition in day-to-day driving. The V10 engine is absolutely magnificent. It's flexible, the dual clutch transmission isn't binding or lurchy in any way. This really is a docile machine when set to its most livable comfort mode. We get up to Sports Plus and things change altogether. The V10 engine is the star of the show. It has such long legs, you've got power everywhere throughout the tacho, right down low on the rev range through to the 8,700 RPM rev ceiling. The carbon ceramic brakes fitted to this V10 Plus model really pull the R8 up in a hurry and instill confidence. It is it's so much fun. It's about halfway up this hill climb that you remember this thing has number plates. It's one thing to have a V10 engine, but the thing that really pieces the R8 together is its dual clutch transmission. It is comfortably the most sharp-witted thing I've ever come across. The shifts are razor sharp, but also smooth to the point where on the upshift it's almost imperceptible. You're really working in microseconds.
Audi has also brought the interior up to speed with its high-tech virtual cockpit instrument cluster. That, along with Teutonic buttons and switchgear and super comfy bucket seats, reaffirm the car's everyday comfort.
The soundtrack is amazing. Australia is actually one of the few markets around the world to get the optional sports exhaust fitted as standard. Maybe that's why we pay so much for this car, but I'll tell you what, when you hear it, it's hard to imagine it without it. The R8 possesses the kind of lateral grip you'll only get from a mid-engine supercar. Through corners, it just clings on. The Pirelli P0 tyres show basically very little sign of losing grip. The steering is razor sharp, accurate, and instills confidence. It's a car that you just want to get in and push to the limit. It all equates to a very fast and very easy to drive supercar.
The all-wheel drive traction pits the Audi directly with Porsche's 911 Turbo, though at nearly $400,000, it's Audi's stepsister, the Lamborghini Huracan, that looms as its most logical rival. So at that money, you have a big call to make. And while most people won't have to make that decision, it's a question begging to be answered with all those cars in the same place. Until then though, the R8 is a genuine supercar, and it feels equally at home out on the track or on the road.